Hello? Is that you, YouTube? Good. Excellent. Right, we're still playing Dwarf Fortress. We're still doing the Parallel Worlds fort that doesn't really have a number. It comes out of sequence. But, you know, you probably already knew that because you've been watching the previous videos in the series. Or you're very confused. Okay, so first things first, let's take a look at the petitions that are available in the fortress. Zephon Cloister Flickers. He wishes to reside in many worlds of fools for the purpose of eradicating monsters. Well, there's two of them. There's Thene Dipped Spear and Zephon Cloister Flickers. I'm not sure if we really want to get too many people in. Can of soda. Oh, there you go, look. There you go, easy peasy. Did you just change your name? Is that what happened? Intriguing. We were just talking to Scientific Hooligan, whose name is now Can of Soda, about how awkward it is to change your name on Twitch. But apparently that's not a problem anymore. They fixed it. Ooh, Twitch is getting better. Woo-hoo-hoo! Exciting stuff. So anyway, do we let these lads in? Let's take a quick peek at Dwarf Therapist, because we'll be able to see how many people we've got who are already visitors to the fortress. Look, we've got quite a few of them. Some of them are babies, but let's sort by... total assigned labours. Yeah, see, that bumps all the people who can't be assigned labours together. This lad's a bit special, isn't he? Level 11 tanning, cheese making and milking. He knows his way around a cow. Fucking hell. We've got 2 children mixed in. Actually, no, sorry. 3 children and a baby mixed in, which could be a film title. And then the rest of them are bowmen, macemen. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 7 people already here for the express purpose of eradicating monsters. These 2 would make it 9. I'll tell you what, I'm going to cap it at 10. I'm going to cap it at 10. Let's go back over here and approve, approve. There we go. So we can have 1 more person come here to attack monsters. And then we're going to say, no, no more. Oh, hello, Base on Mars. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. By the way, just in case you've never seen this advert before, and for the YouTubers who rarely see this advert, except for some reason in the last video, if you happen to live, and I know you don't, in the Tacoma area of Washington State, United States of America, you may be interested in visiting Tacoma Games. They sell tabletop role-playing games, collectible card games, board games, polyhedral dice, etc, etc, etc. If that sounds like your thing, give them a shout, tell them I sent you. Something nice might happen. I doubt you'll get a hand job or anything, but you know, maybe they'll have a little conversation with you. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Not that you want a hand job in a role-playing game shop, that would be a bit weird, wouldn't it? I think that would be off-putting, actually, if they offered you a happy ending. Would you care if I roll your dice, sir? Oh, no, thank you, I'm fine. Then I'll take care of it myself when I get home. Excuse me. I forgot to warn you about the bright light. I do apologise. I do apologise. I will try to remember in the future. You must call me out on it every time. Otherwise, we will end up with several blind viewers. And that's no good, because technically, I suppose, once they're blind, they're not viewers anymore, they're listeners. Which is, it's okay, I suppose, you can do that if you want. But it seems sad to deny them these lovely graphics. I mean, this is really putting my GTX 1070 through its paces. Anyway, where were we? Sorry, YouTube, I got very distracted by chat there. I will now engage in some actual Dwarf Fortressry, which, of course, is going to surprise the live viewers, because last time I just sat here talking for about 4 hours. So, up to the surface to do a little refresh of what's here. So we've got that little palisade wall. It's not a palisade wall, is it? A palisade wall has mud on one side, I think. Anyway, it's a wall which is going to be our tavern, but we don't have enough of the same kind of stuff to make a whole floor for the inside, so I left it. I was going to do a granite floor. Turns out we don't have enough of that. Or was it? No, it was chestnut logs, wasn't it? We didn't have anywhere near enough, so we have to dig a few more out. That's true. That's true. I do basically just waffle on for hours every time and barely play any Dwarf Fortress, but, you know, look at this. There is some Dwarf Fortress taking place, clearly. I mean, I can't exactly remember doing any of it, but it definitely happened. As we can see, this embark site has a bit of a dirty top side, and we've got all these soil walls which aren't good. Now, you can't smooth them, you can't polish them, you can't do anything with them, so they just make the whole place look ugly. So we're essentially going to abandon this surface level shit quite soon, I think. I've already begun developing the lower levels of the fortress. This was an aborted start because we got stuck into some fire clay, not really much use to us. This one is also clayish. We've got these bits of clay on the wall. I have to look at the other screen to use the offset pointer. There we go. Going further down, Now here we go, here's our first true stone layer, which of course is our bedroom layer. We've got a good few beds in here already. There are enough beds in the fortress for every dwarf, but not enough beds in rooms for people to have what would be considered bedrooms. We've got a dormitory upstairs, we have no barracks, but we do have these little beddy bye places here. We've got to get more doors and beds, mate, basically. Then we go down another floor, and here is our food floor. This is the food hall. Those 3 square rooms on the top left there, they're offices for our nobles. We've got another one being made on the opposite side of the corridor. It's not quite been appointed with its furniture, but it'll do. We have this little area here, which is our dining hall, which now looking at it is woefully undersized. I don't feel very confident about that servicing our dwarves adequately, but we'll see how it works out. It might work out fine. Over here in the sort of testicles of the dining area, if you will, we have our butcher and over here, sorry, offset mouse again. That's going to be a butcher's shop and a tannery. In fact, let's put those in there right now while we're thinking about it. I hear chat clicking away. I will have a look in a moment. Don't worry, I'll be there. Don't worry. Right, there goes a butcher's shop. Make it out of granite, and then we put a tanner's workshop in. Tanner's workshop N. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so those are going to get built nicely. The area down here is a food stockpile, and this is going to be, once it's got some moss growing on the floor, it's going to be our llama pen. And this is where we're going to put all of our turkeys, or as we have begun to call them, our scrotum birds. Let's build a nest box. Oh, sorry, hang on. Nest box, there we go. Then we'll start putting these on the back wall. There's one. We've got 7 of the bad boys, so that shouldn't take too long to lay down. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll put that one up there for the sake of what little symmetry we have. Lovely. And then, of course, while we're here, let's make this a pen as well, so we keep all of our little scrotum birds nicely caged away and in their mating zone. It's pen pasture, set the settings, turkey gobbler. Do we want the gobblers in there? Because if we put the gobblers in there, we're going to end up with more turkeys. We'll put them in for now. We'll keep it spunky, and then later on, if we end up with a population boom, we'll pull them out. We'll use the pull-out method. We've got stray war dogs, cats, and the llamas also need to go in there. For now, I feel like we should set some kind of grazing area on the surface. And to be honest, the tavern seems like the place to do it. I'm going to pop it in there, I'm going to put a door on it, and then we'll use it as a llama grazing zone at first. What am I doing? N. And then capital N. And then we go down to the llamas. Oh, that's a horse. Okay, well, the horses can go in there too, I suppose. Ganders. Peahens. Oh my god, we've got so many things come along. And we've got baby llamas now. Baby llama. Got loads of llamas. Holy shit, they've been fucking. They've been going at it hammer and tongs. What's a keet is a bird, isn't it? Yeah, we don't want that. Let's keep going down. There's a yak calf to go in there. We haven't got enough pasture space. We're going to have to do some slaughtering, I think. If it's not a llama and it eats grass, dead. I hope none of them are pets. That could be a problem. Okay, anyway, that's all the grazers set to work in there. That's fine. We've already looked up here. We've got the farms going. That's all groovy. Oh, yeah, we have got a barracks on the go. That bit on the top right, that's going to be a barracks. It's only got 3 beds in, so we're a little bit behind on that. We've pretty much looked at everything here. This little room beneath the dining hall, kitchen and a still, just in case anyone's wondering. I'm going to take a quick peek at the chat now, just to catch up. This could herald an hour of doing nothing in Dwarf Fortress, but we'll give it a go. Ocelot says you can make wooden blocks too. That's very true. Maybe I should... Do you get more blocks out of a set of planks or logs than you would... Can you build more with them when they're made into blocks? Because I feel like you'd lose material turning them into blocks. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just a more efficient... I suppose you can... Yeah, you can make them shallower, can't you? Well, whatever. We'll make some wooden blocks and see how it works out. Oh, hello, Ocelot. Welcome back. Were you here earlier? Did I miss you? You were the first person in. I should have congratulated for you that. For you that? You for that. Congratulations. Well done. Let me scroll back down again. We've got to catch up. Hello, Buckshot Brigade. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Ocelot's advice is traps, traps, and more traps. Also, not the ladyboy kind. Careful there, you don't want to get us banned from Twitch. That kind of talk is dangerous territory these days, as far as I'm aware. It sounds like it is. I rarely go there myself personally. Where were we? Let's keep reading down. There are dwarves, they're in a fortress. The viewers are receiving everything they were promised. I suppose so, that's true. No, Panzerbeard. This fortress did not begin with 2 seasons of bear punching. There hasn't been any bear punching. In fact, there's been no punching whatsoever yet. We just began with digging stuff out and hanging around. That was about it. Hope everyone had a pleasant evening. And for those fellow Americans in the chat, if there is any, happy Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, it was Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all you American viewers, even though it was yesterday? Yesterday? It was recently. It was recently enough that Buckshot Brigade feels the need to say Happy Thanksgiving Day. So there you go. Scrotum Bird Feasting Day. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure that's going to catch on. I feel like Thanksgiving in America is going to lose a lot of its shine and pizzazz if the names of turkeys changes to scrotum birds. I think that's purely a Cryptbeards meme. It's not really a US thing. We might transfer. You never know. You never know. I could be the trendsetter. I could be setting the future linguistic standard. Although, let's all hope that's not the case. If I'm setting linguistic standards, we're in trouble. In trouble? Trouble. Hello, Claycree. What do I give thanks for? I'm a very ungrateful person. It has to be said. People say, what are you thankful for? What are you glad of? I mean, I like my kids. That's nice, having kids and Kel. But beyond that, really, I mean, my PC is great and people watching the stream is nice. And then when you get beyond the second tier of cool shit in my life, actually, I suppose I should put my friends second tier, and Twitch streaming and YouTube goes third tier. And beyond that, there's not much to be that excited about, to be honest. It's all very standard, I think. Also, I don't think I put the link in the Discord. I was watching a video by Isaac Arthur, who I'm constantly mentioning on here, because this week's video was a look at Lovecraft's view of the universe and his view of how it works, and he was relating it back to the Fermi paradox and why we don't see different civilizations out there in the stars. And I know I've said it before, but it reminded me that one of the reasons I am not bothered by cosmic horror in any way or anything is because it's actually pretty much my outlook. My worldview is not what you would call nihilistic in a pure nihilistic sense, but everything sort of works with the background noise of, does it matter? No, it doesn't. But, you know, he put a very good spin on it. That he says that even if humanity and the universe cannot survive infinitely, it is the struggle to make it last as long as possible that is important. And I think that's the nice, rosy view of the nihilistic world. I'm talking bullshit, aren't I? Shall we get back to looking at chat and making sure we catch up with stuff? Ocelot confirming, yes, more blocks per unit. Wood blocks are still 1 block per log, same with metal. Rocks are 4 blocks per rock, though. Oh, Panzerbeard countering that. Okay. Today is Thanksgiving. Canadian Thanksgiving is way earlier. I didn't know Canadians did Thanksgiving. I thought that was a purely American thing, but is it actually a North American continent thing? That would make sense. That would make sense if that's the case. Don't overthink it, scoundrel. Good God, based on Mars. How long have you known me? Dig up. Yes, Tidy. Isaac Arthur is amazing. His channel is fantastic, and I recommend everybody give it a good look, especially his videos on the Fermi paradox, alien civilization, stuff like that. They're really good. They're really, really good. Well worth a watch. The big issue with Paradox is they thought that there were way more habitable worlds than there actually are. Oh, with the Fermi paradox. Okay, yes, I see. That's true. We have kind of reduced the number of likely habitable worlds just through... But that's only for life vaguely like us. Because there are other sort of possible ways of imagining life in the universe. We've all seen, like, gaseous creatures in Star Trek and stuff like that. There are more potential modes of life than we are aware of on Earth. But that said, we haven't seen any of them yet, and so there's no reason to start assuming they're there. I probably shouldn't get too deep into the Fermi paradox, because I've watched so many videos on it with so many different little takes and points on it that I have become deeply confused, and I will just start burbling nonsense very quickly. Canadians give thanks for the harvest. In British Columbia, I know which harvest that is. I think Mexico has another day in place of Thanksgiving that's basically the same. Doesn't everywhere have somewhere like a holiday which is basically like the branded national holiday? Actually, do we have one in the UK? I don't think we do. We've got St George's Day, which always makes me feel deeply uncomfortable. What else have we got? I mean, we've got Fireworks Night. That's pretty good, but at its root is essentially a celebration of burning Catholics, which maybe not the most beautiful thing to think about. What else have we got? I can't think of anything. I'm not one for traditions. I'm not a big fan of them. In fact, I think tradition is probably the worst reason to do anything. But, you know, some of them are fun. I mean, I'm not going to start like turning away Christmas presents anytime soon. That would be madness. Liberia also celebrates it. Oh, that's interesting. Liberia, what was the interesting thing about Liberia? Wasn't it the one that was formed mostly from freed slaves? They've got some kind of crazy special laws in Liberia regarding slaves and stuff. Like they're the only country that does X, and I can't remember what it is. Also, quite a lot of strife, as I understand it. We have to base everything on life like us. We have no evidence life can exist in a pattern other than ours. No, that's very true, Soda. You are correct. You are correct. But I like to still think about stuff like that. I like to imagine stuff. And my Microscope game last Saturday was fantastic. We came up with some absolute gems. Again, I won't be publishing the audio because it's not suitable for publication. However, it's good. It's good. Perhaps it's better that way, Scoundrel. Better appreciate positive changes rather than being greedy, since a lot of people, and I myself included, are thankful for aspects of their life after they've lost something truly dear to them. True. That's true. Apparently, having bad shit happen makes the good stuff feel better. I mean, that's a very reductive way of putting it. But you have to have a threat of loss before you're truly appreciative of something. Like, I certainly know I'd be devastated if my computer died. I'd be very upset. Okay. The yearly general election. That's basically a holiday at this point. Panzerbeard, we don't get the election off work. It might make sense to have elections as a holiday and a day off work so everybody gets a chance to get down the voting station. But no, that's not the case. I'm all for election days being bank holidays, and I think a fuckload more people would vote if they were. I'm not convinced the people who would vote, who aren't voting, would actually do what I want them to do. So maybe we shouldn't do it. Oh, I'm backtracking now. Ooh. Whatever gets what I want, which, let's face it, ain't going to happen. Never has, probably never will. But hey. Anyway, away from the chat. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I have been going for 29 minutes, and I should certainly unpause the game at some point this evening. So let's go down a floor from here. Here is our Crafts Dwarf level. Those two rooms either side of it are going to be bedrooms for the Crafts Dwarf. We have a legendary Crafts Dwarf who just turned up recently, and he's cranking out some absolute stonkers. Oh, I've just remembered. Clay Cree, your coffin. The Lovely Pregnancy. Oh, we've actually got a second one. A steel warhammer. Interesting. Let's take a look. It's worth 36 grand. This is a steel warhammer. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. This object menaces with spikes of coyote bone and horse hoof. Very exciting. I like it. Although it doesn't have anywhere near as good a name as the Lovely Pregnancy. I mean, it just feels good, that one. It's a coffin. Oh, yes. It's like a bookend, a life's bookend. Anyway, enough of this nonsense. Let's go back out of here and go down a floor. I think that's all of the stuff we've dug out for the fort proper, but these stairway levels, I think I'm going to basically replicate this down a few floors. Okay, now, over here, of course, we have dug our little tunnels down into the cavern layer. And we've done a number of backwards and forwards loops, because if I remember rightly, we're missing something very important in this fortress. Water. So this cavern is a bonkers deep cave, but we've basically gone down to here, and I've designated just here a dig square so we can get someone exploring this little unexplored area and we can see what's in it. It should be good. Hello, Druids Mead, welcome back. My Dwarf Fortress is running at over 120 frames per hour, that's right. It's still early days, though. It's still early days, don't get too excited. This is only session 3, 2.5 really, because the first session was short. And Macho 44. Yeah, the Warhammer is good. But I don't think we made that one. I think someone's turned up in the fortress with it. One of the guys who came along to hunt monsters, I reckon. More than likely, anyway. The river is fresh waters. Rivers always are. It's just close to the coast, so you get the salt warning. Motherfucker. How did I forget about the freaking river? I saw it when we started. Okay, let's get some works underway to bring water into the fortress. I feel like we need a system and we need some wells. A system of wells. A cistern system. Yes, that would be nice. So where do we want to make our system? I'm guessing what I want to do is dig a nice big... No, not that big. A mediocre, tiny box, a little weeny box down the bottom that just connects up to the river. So, I'm thinking if we do it... Difficult to say. How do we bring it down? I mean, and how many floors down do we want to bring it as well? Because we just can't go through the volcano. That's not possible. Could we channel out... If we channel out a thing to meet between the river and the volcano, will that generate obsidian, or is that just a Minecraft thing? Am I mixing my game worlds here? Do you know about diagonal gap water filtration? Oh, no, I think someone mentioned it. It might have been you last time, actually. I know Panzerbeard, we had the pump thing mentioned about pumps taking salt out of water. But someone else mentioned if you put water through a diagonal gap, maybe that was it? I could be wrong, though. Hello, Ayland. Welcome back to the stream. Back, I think? No, not back. You're a new boy. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. And Bonenblatt, I think. New as well? I could be wrong, but welcome regardless. What's the general idea for this fort, besides the parallel worlds thing, that is? Well, my interpretation of this fort is basically I want to try and go for like a grand hall. I want to get myself a nice grand hall, and I want to at least attempt okay, let's put the list out here. A decent regular military, as in melee, a functioning projectile military, which I have still yet to achieve in any of my fortresses. I want to attempt some kind of mechanisms and automation, or maybe minecarts. We'll see how that works. But as I understand it from people who've explored this map a little bit more, there's not much in the way of ore and minables on the map, so we'll have to see how that works. I mean, I'm definitely not going for any serious mega constructions. I'm thinking maybe a little bit of surface work to make a magma moat, because that's kind of cool, with a drawbridge over the top. But again, we've done that so many times now, maybe I won't. It's difficult. It's difficult. You see, that's the thing. I've come into this not really with a full plan ahead of me and just sort of bimbled in like I do normally. And I've just realised other people playing this in Bark will be like, I know what to do. Dum, da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. And there'll be like enormous spires in the shape of dwarves coming out of the ground and stuff that looks fantastic in stone sense. But hey, I'm not here to make myself look good. I'm just here to find out what other people do. That's the way it goes. You could use water to make obsidian. So that is a thing that's possible. That's good. Not back for... Yeah, so you're a first-time visitor, Ayland. Well, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Good night, Martian Man. Who's Martian Man? Did I miss someone coming in and going out? Good lord. Oh, it's based on Mars. Idiot. Okay, night-night based on Mars. See you later. It's alright. It'll be published on YouTube by probably February. We'll see how it goes. I'm very lazy with my YouTube videos. I've got like a stack of them. I've got 2 whole fortresses recorded, backed up, and sort of almost ready to publish, except I've got to do the tags and all that jazz. And YouTube have changed the interface as well, and you got to go through and say, is this video for kids? I wouldn't show it to kids, but I mean, don't know if the YouTube algorithm's going to agree with me. We'll see about that. I'm pretty sure Dwarf Fortress is not a kids game. I don't think it's in any way, shape or form aimed at kids, except perhaps exceptionally smart kids, and I'm maybe bigging myself up a bit too much comparing myself to a smart child, but I think you need a certain level of age and maturity to have the persistence just to sit through your first failed fortress. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm very wrong. Magma moats are fun. Druidsmead says, I think you need to channel that lava into the water. If you put water into lava, you just make a lot of FPS killing steam. I may be wrong. Okay, so the lava needs to go into the water, but the water can't go into the lava. Right, I see. We'll give that a go later on, because funnily enough, according to Ocelot, there's not a lot of obsidian on this map. Because if you notice, the volcano ring is just normal soil. Oh, well, there's some obsidian. I don't know how far it stretches out from the volcano, though. It could be a very small ring. It needs to have at least one Z level drop before it hits the magma, according to the wiki. I must admit, Canasoda, I'm not hugely overexcited by the copper stuff. It's not, it's not hugely problematic for me. But I think a lot of people are getting a lot of clicks bigging it up. So, I watched a Daryl Eves video the other day and he seems pretty upset. But he's got a lot of family-focused content. I'm pretty sure the beardy stoner guy who says cunt a lot on his channel is not gonna get flagged as a kid's channel. But we'll see. You never know. I mean, my daughter was saying just earlier, says, oh, if I get older, I'm like, what are you saying if? That's a bit weird. If I get older, I will watch your Sekiro videos and I will put 10 million likes on them. And I was like, oh, that's impossible, but thank you. That's lovely of you. Okay, if water goes into the lava, it leads to infinite cave-ins. Oh, God. Oh, no shit, Ayland. I mean, to be honest, I don't mind my kids watching YouTube, but I watch what they're watching. I'm like in the room with them, looking over their shoulders. So, and certain channels you can trust. Like, I don't mind it when my daughter watches Dan TDM and stuff like that. I mean, it's not my cup of tea, but, he's made his channel specifically for kids, and he's probably going to have problems with things like copper, but, I am wondering what will happen to a lot of the channels that my kids watch, because, they're going to become financially pretty... they're not going to become... The big ones are not going to become unviable, because they'll be able to get like actual negotiated sponsorships and stuff. But, we'll see how it works out. Elstap says, besides Scoundrel, I am familiar with a theory that I would consider nihilistic, where we can only truly surpass our state of existence by overcoming instinct through reasoning. Therefore, suicide is theoretically compulsory, according to that statement. Oh, I think I watched a video about this same thing. It was was it a French philosopher who came up with this? Like, Baudelaire? No, it might have been a different one. I'm not sure. Overcoming our instinct of self-preservation. Thus, I would call the indifference about whether we can survive in the following centuries as hedonism rather than nihilism. Ooh, my goodness, slightly deeper than I am able to parse and understand, but we're there. Yeah, I'll take you to the dark place, don't worry, we'll be there soon enough. No, Dwarf Fortress really has a bit of RNG issues when it comes to... A few RNG issues when it comes to suitable for children. It can pump out some pretty dark ideas. Well, if she can give me 10 million likes on a video, I would probably say, don't do that, I'll get banned. But we'll see, maybe she will be a hacker. We'll see. I suppose she could... Nah, yeah, okay, yeah, you can make 10 million YouTube accounts, but you have to do it automated, so... Yeah... Regardless, I'm not really focusing on YouTube much, like I'm focusing on Twitch. But yeah, so I'm not particularly fussed about whether my stuff does great on YouTube. It'd be nice, but really it's mainly there as an archive of stuff. Poor old Rando's been waiting months for a video. I haven't published anything since I finished Sekiro. There's a reason why they didn't put human reproduction and children in RimWorld. You reckon? Did they not put it in there so it would be more suitable for all audiences? They got drugs in there, space drugs. I feel like if you're gonna do stuff that's suitable for children, sex isn't really. Oh, hang on, yeah, no. Some countries get really fucking uppity about sex, but it makes me wonder. Anyway, where were we? We were playing Dwarf Fortress. Fie on you, chap, distracting me like some kind of monster. Leave me be. I shall continue with my fortress and get great gains. Should we unpause it? I mean, I've only been recording for 30 minutes, so maybe we should just leave it paused for a little bit longer. I'll just do a quick once over again, just to make sure we haven't missed anything. We'll come back to dealing with making obsidian and putting water in the fortress in a second. I'm just going to check if there's any low-hanging fruit. This area here with the carpenter's workshop is going to end up being some random storage space in the end because of all that soil in the walls. Am I missing any stockpiles of a particular type? I could probably do with more furniture stockpiles. You nearly always need more furniture stockpiles. So I'll bung another one up here and just start filling this space out a bit. There we go. Nothing too special, just a few blocks with a gap between them so we can see where they begin and end. Down here we've got that furniture stockpile. That looks like another furniture stockpile. Okay, we've got loads, but they're obviously filling up. We should have a finished goods stockpile somewhere. Oh, here it is. Let's take a look at the orders. I feel like we're good. JM. Oh, that's not right. JM. So we've got rock mugs on the go. Okay, rock tables, sure, thrones, spiked wooden balls, of course, wooden bins, yeah, rock mechanisms, cool, wooden cage, yep, we're going to put in some cage traps down, that looks like what we're doing that for, cages and mechanisms. Rock doors, good, granite blocks, a couple of orders for beds, there's only one left in the top order. We don't have beds for everybody in the fortress, do we? We had a massive wave turn up, I remember now. We're making armour stands and weapon racks, enough for 2 barracks, and a rock nest box. Or several rock neck boxes. Neck boxes? Nest boxes. Apparently there's only one left, but we only had 7 in storage, so don't know what's going on there. Okay, unpaused. Back to the surface. And immediately, let's check to see if we've got any beds placeable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom, we've got a barracks. Let's put some doors on, if we've got doors. We have doors. The military starts here. Can we put any armour stands in? We'll start at this end, and we'll pop one. Come on, let me use mouse placement. Pop it there. Lovely. We've only got 3, but that's okay. We've got 3 beds in. And weapon racks? Could I? No, we don't have any of those made yet. That's fine. That's fine, because now we can use this bed to make this a barracks, which would be lovely. There we go. Make a barracks. Yes. I think that's cool for now. We'll need to go into the military screen and have a little look. Actually, nobles first. Have we got any nobles we can do? We've already got Expedition Leader Plutonium Jesus. Panzerbeard is our broker. And we've got Thob the manager. But other than that, no militia commander, no sheriff, no hammerer, and no bookkeeper. Now, a bookkeeper's important, so let's take a look and see if anyone's got any appropriate skills. No. Nobody has any appropriate skills, so whoever we put in is going to have to learn it from scratch. However, we could check Dwarf Therapist and see if anyone has a predilection for that kind of activity. That could be a good idea. Let's have a look. Burnblatt says, if I'm pronouncing that right, let me know if it's getting it wrong. Also, the combat in RimWorld is way less violent than Dwarf Fortress. That is true. That is true. It's just not the same. It's just not the same as, it was a gelding blow. Oh, that was a moment. Oh, the new people missed what I would consider the high point of my Dwarf Fortress playing, when we got an elf in a hammer trap full of silver hammers, and it got a gelding blow. Just imagine that. Imagine the squeaky fucker's voice going up an octave, just as his testicles are taken off by a tiny swinging hammer. Not even a tiny swinging hammer, a full-sized silver warhammer. I really hate elves. I do. I despise them. I am deeply bigoted towards them, and I consider it the only form of bigotry that is acceptable, and nay, necessary. You can't like elves. Elves suck. They are shit. Anyway, where were we? Wasn't there some love relationship colony you set up in RimWorld once, Scoundrel? That is correct. That is correct. I did set up a colony where everybody was in love with the leader, who was Kiezu, if I remember correctly, and we set up a little sexy love cult. But it turns out they all sort of splinter off into their own little groups and stuff, and it doesn't work out quite how you'd like it. But when does a kinky sex cult ever work out like you'd like it? From what I understand, people who join them tend to either regret it or go bonkers. But then again, I've never been in a crazy sex cult, so... Ah, Ayland, you spotted it. My mouse pointer is not where you're clicking on screen. I am playing with the mouse, yes, Burn Black, but it's not my main form of interaction. The problem we have is this offset, because if you look here, if I... On my screen, I'm clicking on the... I've got my finger in the middle of the 5 and 0 from the flickering 50, and actually the offset isn't that bad on this bit here. It's still offset, but it's still not that bad. Anyway, back to chat just quickly. Bug 4243. Is that actually a known bug, Tidy? No. I tried the tablet, but it was still offset. I pulled the tablet out and gave it a go, but if we see I'm pointing on the R of Expedition Leader, yeah, it's even more offset. Oh no, wait. Okay, so the offset is greater. If you go right into the corner, it's bang on. If you come down here, it's miles out. Oh, okay, so the scaling is out. The scaling for the... Give me a second. I might be able to fix this. Whoa, bear with me, I'm going to get technical. If I click on the DF main group, it's because I've got Dwarf Therapist set up like I have. The actual background on the screen, on the OBS thing, is stretched out across 3 screen widths. So I need to... Okay, I know what the problem is now, but I don't know how to fix it, so we'll come back to that another time. We'll figure it out then. My favourite, says Ayland, is when you get a gelding blow with some non-lethal weapon like a sock. Ooh, imagine! The flick, it'd have to be a serious flick. Or, maybe, for the seriously skilled, from below, they could fire the sock up with the hole end open, and then have it just swallow the balls, and then pull it back with enough force that it causes the neck to close, and then whoop, off come the balls, nicely contained in the sock. Then again, that seems unlikely. That feels like something in the realm of an anime battle. Maybe not. Ayland's definitely seen streamers fix it before. Okay. No, Ostap, I promise you that's it. I'm not going to try and fix it anymore. What we are going to do, though, is warn everybody in a dark room to squint your eyes, because we're about to transition to a mostly white screen. You okay? Is everybody prepared their retina? Retinae? Retinas? I think it's retinas, isn't it? Anyway, guard your eyes, squint now. 3, 2, 1. Bright light! Bright light! There we go, everybody. There. I warned you. You've got no reason to complain. And if you do, well, what am I going to do about it? Nothing at all. Let's sort by... what was I going to sort by again? We were looking for someone who's decent at being a bookkeeper. So, what we want is roles. Is that a thing on roles? Bookkeeper. Here we go. Let's sort by nothing. And see who the best person for bookkeeping is in the fort. Oh, actually, the best person isn't that great. They've got a 58. Who is it? Aban Oltargazakir. Okay, let's look him up in here. Where is he? You, Atan. Actually, I can search, can't I? Q, Atan. Oh, hang on. I'm coming back to Dwarf Fort. Aban. Okay, Aban. Right. Aban. There he is. He's a farmer. He's currently putting a creature in the pasture. That's nice. I feel alright. That's good. He feels alright. Nostalgic talking with a child. Okay. Delighted after watching a performance. Didn't feel anything after seeing a wild boar's dead body. Didn't feel anything after seeing a kakapo's dead body. Didn't feel anything after seeing a turkey gobbler's dead body. Turkey hen. Oh no, please don't let my turkeys be dead. I've only unpaused it for a few seconds though, surely they're still alive. We had tons of them. Okay, keep looking around. He was aroused, talking with the spouse. Saucy. Very exciting. We've got some dwarves with a little bit of pep in their step, it would seem. Getting a bit frisky. I imagine we'll be seeing some babies very soon. 35 years old, born on the 22nd of Malachite in the year 1016. Well, you're going up in the world, sir. Aban, you are going to be our new bookkeeper. There you go. Where is it? Oh. Apparently I put Buttermut Squash in, but that's not right. Sorry, Buttermut, you're getting replaced. She. How do I do that? Replace. There we go. Okay, so Aban, where is he? Let's do a search. Aban. There he is. Hooray! And he needs, what does he need? He needs a meagre office. Well, we can do that. We can sort him out with a meagre office. That's not a problem. There we go. Pop a table in there. Bosh. Pop a chair next to it. Bingo. Pop a door in there. Bango. Good. Once that's placed, we'll set the bookkeeper up with an office, and we should start getting reasonably accurate statistics on our stockpiles. Won't that be lovely? While they're moving the table, I'll take a quick peek at chat and see what's going on. Panzerbeard left his glasses downstairs, so he's squinting anyway. Well, there we go. That's all right. You won't get blinded. It's good. You're safe, even if somebody puts a flashbang into your room. That'd be nice, isn't it? Maybe he slaughtered a turkey, and that's where he saw the body. That's possible, Ayland, but I haven't put any slaughter orders in. So... Oh, spouse, your beard is looking lovely today. What does it hide? Ooh. Good old dwarvy sex. I always mod female dwarves to have beards. It's the only true canon. They don't have beards. I didn't realise. I thought all dwarves had beards. Ah, well. I think one day I'll have to mod that myself. But then again, that won't happen because I'm just so lazy and never want to look into how to do mods. Has that chair been placed? It has. Here we go. Time to give the broker an office. No, not the broker. The bookkeeper. There we go. And this is now always the bookkeeper's office. Oh, it's my favourite Dwarf Fortress song. I love it. Anyway, let's go and have a look at chat again. Panzerbeard says, is that a steel warhammer in your beard? Are you just happy to see me, spouse? Dear spouse, you make me so horny. Considering it's Thanksgiving Day in America, the turkeys being dead today in the Fort Woods in particular is quite the bad omen. Well, I don't know, maybe it's a good omen. Maybe it's a good omen that the turkeys are dying and everyone's getting their Thanksgiving dinner. By all accounts, Thanksgiving dinner is quite nice. Is it basically the same template as Christmas dinner? Because I do like a good ooh. Stasbo Scarplum has claimed the position of the Lady of the Deep Band. Okay. Why is that purple text? And who's Stasbo? Let's have a little look here. Q. Stasbo Fencer Tube. Lady Monster Slayer. What? I'm doing well. Pleasure near a fine bed. Pleasure near a fine door. Less implication on that one. Didn't feel anything after seeing a Kakapo's body. Euphoric after inebriation. Satisfied, remembering being granted residency. Dead bodies. Dead body. Glum after getting into an argument. Annoyed after sleeping on a rough cave floor. Annoyed dwelling upon having a drink without using a goblet, cup or mug. We should have buttloads of goblets by now. No, then again, we've had a massive population boom, haven't we? Oh yeah, we could build a temple. That'll probably cheer people up. Although I feel like I want to do something volcano-y with the temple. I want to build floor out over the volcano and make that something. Maybe we should just square off the volcano. We just dig it out as much as we can, square it off and build like a big tower over it. Then again, maybe that's a bit much to ask. It is quite a large area. I think it's going to require tons and tons of material. You guys can't tell this, presumably from the camera, but with this cold, I've got a bit of a sweat on, and I've just started smelling myself. It's appalling. I won't apologise, because you can't smell it. It's pointless to apologise. We've got a human caravan! Hooray! Let's require the trader, press G, and we will get our trap components? Question mark? Okay, it's got to be weapons then, presumably. There we go. Pop that in and hopefully there'll be a few spiky wooden balls in there. Happy days. Happy days. Underbeards. Scoundrel is an elf. Elated laughing friend. You be careful, Clay Crew. You're treading a fine line. You're treading a fine line. Even elf puns can get you banned. In fact, you're getting it. You're getting a ban right now. It's happening. We've had trouble with you before. Where is it? There we go. Banned. Ooh. Banned for a minute. Boom. Gone. Gone. None of your elf loving nonsense. Can of soda timed him out and I banned him. Oops. Okay. Well, he'll be back and he'll have learned an important lesson. He'll have learned an important lesson about not being a fucking elf lover. Disgusting. Absolutely foul. Oh, their pointy little ears. Disgusting creatures. Foul. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. Hello, Orchimedes. Welcome back. Welcome back. You've got a decent fantasy creature in your name. So has Smelly Orc. No. Smelly Orcs. Orcs. I mean, they're baddies, sure, but they're all right. They're interesting. They're fun. They've got stuff. They're not just I'm a beautiful, superpowered human. Oh, I live in a tree. It's just so shit. Elves suck. I'm not Christmas elves, though. Christmas elves I consider more to be relatives to the gnome family, which are fine. I've got no problem with gnomes. In fact, I have a bit of a soft spot for gnomes. I like small humanoids. Dwarves, not small enough for me. I, in fact, prefer a bit of gnoming. Lovely bit of gnome. But regardless, let's carry on. And by the way, hello, Smelly Orc. Welcome to the stream. The only good thing about elves in Dwarf Fortress are the rare animals they bring with their trade caravans. Now, that is true. That is true. That is their saving grace, and the only reason I allow them to trade with me on any level at all. Speaking of which, let's... Oh. Okay. Let's bring more shit up. What have we done? Ah, crap. Do we have anything to trade? It looks like they've not built any spiked wooden balls. That's bonkers. They should have built spiked wooden balls galore by now. Wood? No. Metal bars, stone blocks, trap components. There we go. Weapon bin. Okay, well, we're just going to wait for that to turn up now. So we'll hang around. We'll watch the corridor for a bin and we'll see what happens. Jesus Christ. That was so hot. I just have to take my socks off. Bear with me. Got to allow a little bit of heat to radiate out of my bloodstream. Oh, that's better. That's one of life's simple pleasures. When you're too hot, pulling off your socks. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Oh, although now the soles of my feet feel unpleasantly cold. Will my torture never end? It's fine. Don't worry about me. Did they bring that in yet, or have I just missed it? Well, we've got more petitions, have we? I didn't see a weapon bin coming in. Presumably... We're going to assume it's in. It can't have taken them that long to get it up. We're getting 100 frames a second nearly. So in we go. Clicky clicky. Come on, mouse. Don't be a Dickens. Trade. Here we go. Ah, there we are. Don't think we're going to have any problem buying the stuff we want with 27 grand's worth of spiked wooden balls. Get in. Man. I mean, I know it's exploits, but fuck it. I'm happy with exploits. Not a problem with me. If you're hot, that means the cold is passing. Okay, that's good news. I'll hold on to that little speck of hope. I'm in contact with elves on this bark. I am not yet, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I would like to chuck them in the magma. We've done it before, and Lord knows I'll do it again. But for now, we'll just have to wait and see if they turn up. Right, anyway, where were we? Let's have a look. Should I just buy all of their metal bars? I feel like that makes... What did I press? There we go, that's better. I press Shift Enter. Let's go down. Oh, for Christ's sake, there we go. Right, we're going to buy all their bars, but not their gems. I don't feel like we need those. They haven't really brought a whole heap of bars. Zinc, nickel, tin, iron and copper. Meh. Bit boring. Boring. Do we want blocks? I think we've got blocks coming. We've got our mason working on them. Green glass, not much use to us right now, although we will be able to use sand, so I'll pick up anything they've got and just stash it for later on. Even though I can't for the life of me figure out how to make a stockpile that only holds sand, even though it seems so straightforward. Let's go down here. Cuttlefish leather water skin. If only they could keep the coloration, the way it changes colour, that'd be great. A green glass, obler. Let's have a little look at the obler. What's that? This is a green glass obler. This object is adorned with hanging rings of well-crafted rhinoceros bone. The obler is a mid-sized, handheld, closed cylindrical glass wind instrument. The musician blows across the end hole. The musician selects the pitch by stopping holes. The instrument has a 3-octave range going from a low to a mid-high pitch. The instrument has an evolving, raucous timbre. Okay, so evolving and raucous. It's a blown instrument going over a glass top. So essentially it's going to sound like a bottle, but it has to have an evolving, raucous, bottle-blown timbre. So it's kind of like a hoo, hoo. Hang on. From a low to a mid-high pitch. Hoo, hoo. That's kind of what it might sound like. It doesn't work with Ennio Morricone, but never mind. Let's get some Swerwer back on. There we go. Hello, Mr. Swerwer. Back out. I don't think we'll be buying the obler. I'm not in the market for instruments yet. A bronze spatnon. Did we see the spatnon last time? Doesn't sound familiar. This is a bronze spatnon. It is encrusted with point-cut topazes and encircled with bands of fine pewter. This object menaces with spikes of well-crafted black bear bone. The spatnon is a small, handheld percussion instrument. It consists of a metal bar. The musician shakes the bar. The instrument has a single high pitch. The instrument has a strained, light, fluid timbre. I am imagining, as a metal bar, it's like one of those wobble boards. It's got to be a high pitched one, so it's like. It makes me look like a chimp when I do that, but you know, you get the idea. Rather than, which would be kind of that brings to mind sex offenders, doesn't it? Anyway, I don't think I'm really hitting that one. I don't think I'm really getting the essence of the spatnon. But we'll give it another try, I'm sure, next time one of them gets brought to us. So, we're not buying any musical instruments. Do we want toy axes? Oh, hello. There we go, a bit of Swerwer on again. Oh, let's have a look. Have you sacrificed anyone to the lava yet? Not yet, Druid's Mead. Although I'm toying with the idea of a temple going on there. That's what I am thinking of. Sandbags are a separate option at the bottom. Bornblatt says furniture storage, forbid types, search for sandbags and enable them. Single high pitch seems more like a tuning fork. You're right. It was more of a bong. Although you're not striking it. The fact that he shakes it is what makes me think it's more of a wobble board. But you're right. It does sound more like a tuning fork. Next time I'll try and take that into consideration. A caged mule, we don't need that. We don't really need to buy any cages. We're all good. Bulls, drakes, llama, donkey milk, just a barrel, cranberry wine. Yep, let's have it. I'll buy all their booze and all their food as well. Blueberry wine, raspberry wine, tomatillo wine. On the road to Tomatillo. Artichoke wine. Ugh, okay, I'd try it if someone offered it to me, just for the sheer novelty, but I don't think I'd like it. We don't want to buy any milk. We've got milkable animals. Beetroot wine, sure. Black mamba venom. I do love buying the venoms, but this time I'm going to resist because they take up space and they don't have any use. So it seems silly to actually buy them. Should we buy some buckets? I mean, we don't really need them, but I'm feeling frisky. We've got a buttload of cash. Copper crossbows? Nah. Bronze great axe? Nah. Spears, picks. I mean, we could buy some weapons for our military. Should we go and have a look at Dwarf Therapist and see what people are ready to wield? Everybody squint if you're in a dark room. We're about to go to a mostly white screen. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Da-da-da-da. There we go. Okay. Let's have a little look at our military screen. And let's take a peek at who we've got with what skills. So, do we have any axe dwarfs? We do. We have Sazir. He's a relatively good axe dwarf. Let's take a look at his labours. Okay, Sazir, I'm going to put capital M at the end of his name just to denote that he's going into the... Oh, fuck off, 16 characters. Stick it up your arse, Dwarf Fortress. Sorry. I do apologies. Apologies. Okay, well, we won't rename them. We'll just have to come back and find them again. But let's just check. So we want an axe. Do we want hammers? I'm pretty sure we got several hammer dwarves. Okay, it seems like my surety was unfounded. Knife users. Do we really want 2 knife users? It could be cool, but I'm not doing it. Lashers, none. Oh, it's mace dwarves. We've got 4 mace dwarves. Hold on a minute. Okay, only one of them is draftable. That's a good point. If I say sort by military status, there we go. Can activate, cannot activate, juveniles, and nobles. Okay, so we're looking at our can activates. That's good. Right, military again. There we go. Back to mace dwarf. We've got one of them. Pikeman? No. Spear dwarf? No. Yes, we've got a spear dwarf. And a swords dwarf? No, no swords dwarf. So basically, it's knives, hammers, maces, and spears. Or one of each, actually. So let's have a look. Got any spears? Bronze spear, copper spear. Nothing's really calling out to me, to be honest. Maybe we should just wait until we can build our own. Buying it seems like such a hassle. I can't believe I gave up on that idea so quickly. Raimi shoe, iron shields, copper shields. We could just buy a shitload of shields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I haven't got enough for a full squad. Alright, whatever. Let's keep going down. A bronze spear isn't bad. Scoundrel, do you have the same disdain for Navi? Not as strong. I'm like, nah. There's a lot of visually good stuff to do with that James Cameron film. What fucking film is it? Avatar. Yeah. I mean, it looks cool. The 3D was well implemented, but in terms of story and stuff, it's hack as fuck. And they're cool. They're cooler than elves by a long shot. They're much cooler than elves. Just by the fact that they're not just like stupid, beautiful humans with pointy ears. We're so lovely. That's what elves are like. I coughed in the middle of that. Sorry. I'm trying to imagine how many snakes do you need to get a whole barrel of venom. I think quite a few. And we don't have any magic helmets for the dwarves yet, Ostat, but there's no reason why we couldn't end up making them. It's entirely possible. We've had magic helmets before. Bronze is almost as good as iron in most cases. Wrestlers' arms with 2 shields are not bad too. Well, we're going to set the military up after this trade, and we'll start them off training some wrestling up, because why not? And then as we go along, we'll make some more weapons and get them in on that, because wrestling isn't actually, if you get them good, they're pretty fucking dangerous, and, more's the point, they don't need any equipment, so it doesn't matter if you can't get them to equip stuff. We've got sand here, let's have a little look. Kaniwa seeds, we'll buy that because it's seeds. We'll buy the hemp flour, we'll buy the yellow sandbag, alfalfa seeds, sandbag there. Hemp bag, that's what it's made of, not what it's got in it. Orca leather, styling. Rubberwood chest, white millet flour, another sandbag, hemp seeds, a bin of leather. Sure, why not? Let's buy a leather bin. Fuck it, let's buy 2. We may as well. Cloth bin, likewise, we'll buy 2 of those. Oh, there's only 1. Okay, can I find another cloth bin? There's another cloth bin, made out of lychee wood, no less. Very nice. Keep going down. Not interested in buying any more leather or cloth. It's all very much of a muchness. Serpentine figurine of a jaguar man, I presume, from the truncation. We could buy bolts and arrows. I think bolts are probably more useful. We can't actually use bows, can we? It's only crossbows. Then again, we can probably make our own. Keep going down. Skunk bone earrings, sturgeon bone ring, iron anvils. We are going to need some of these bad boys, I think. So we'll buy all of their anvils just so we can get our magma forges set up nice and easy. And now we've got sweetbreads, brains, hearts, livers, etc., etc. Grey gibbon intestines, or gibbon intestines, as they're written there. Prepared Bushmaster bran, maybe brain, I think. Isn't a Bushmaster a very poisonous snake? shad, hake, anchovy, mussel, cuttlefish, nautilus, brook lamprey, steelhead trout, sole, mackerel, blah blah blah, long yam plants, lesser yam plants, celery, cress, winter melons, caper leaves, onions, ropes, reed thread. We'll buy some thread for our hospital that we're inevitably going to end up building and not really understanding how it works. And I don't want those iron greaves for £1,000. That seems a bit expensive. Large dog leather trousers? Nah. Cheese. We'll buy all the cheese for sure. Let me just check there's nothing exciting above that. There we go. Lovely cheese. I'll buy some splints as well. Why not? I can afford them. A bronze zov drum, presumably a part of a musical instrument rather than the actual instrument itself. Pathways to the farm. This is a well-crafted osprey parchment scroll. It is encircled with bands of persimmon wood. The rollers are made from quartzite. This object menaces with spikes of well-crafted armadillo shell and wild boar bone. Written on the item is a guide entitled Pathways to the Farm, authored by Mebseth Preacher Tomes. It concerns the hamlet Bucklefruit. The writing gets off track from time to time, and it occasionally changes topic abruptly. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. Well, we won't be buying that one. Not particularly excited by that. And he sang sorcery. Let's have a look at this. This could be interesting. This is a well-crafted Ramie scroll. It is made from Ramie cloth. The rollers are made from dacite. Written on the item is a short story entitled And He Sang Sorcery, authored by Lon Tightness Swamp. Tightness Swamp? The work has no particular subject. The writing is quite self-indulgent, and it is somewhat showy. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. Okay, so it's like someone's amateur efforts there. Interesting. Silver carving knife, a rock salt-bound codex. Let's have a little look in there. This is a rock salt-bound codex. It is encrusted with rectangular brimstone cabochons and decorated with well-crafted saltwater crocodile bone. This object is adorned with hanging rings of graphite. The written portion consists of a 116-page guide entitled Pathways to the Farm, authored by Zulor Beachdune. It concerns the hamlet Bucklefruit. The writing gets off track from time to time, and it occasionally changes topic abruptly. Overall, the prose is amateurish. Isn't this the same book? Sorcery, you may think it very odd of me to enjoy the act of sorcery. There you go, a little, if anyone can pull that reference out, then congratulations. Hint, it's a Peter Jackson film. Do I do any voice acting, NATO Christian? I haven't. I did apply to do something on a subreddit thing, to do the voice of a cheeky Cockney cab driver, but I don't think I submitted in time. I think someone else picked me at the post. So there you go. But, I'd like to do it. It's just getting into it, I don't really know how to get into that kind of thing. This is heresy, says Druidsmead. Everyone knows dwarfs lay eggs. Oh, interesting. I had never heard that one. If I recall correctly, says Ayland, in older D&D editions, humans were supposed to be what happens when a dwarf and an elf do the nasty. How dare they suggest that humans are in any way related to elves, other than through their just innate superiority on every level. Disgusting elves. Where are we? Carrying on. Dwarves reproduce via spores. That's why the staple of the dwarven diet is the plump helmet. Interesting. I'm not entirely sure. I think for the purposes of Dwarf Fortress, they actually have sexual reproduction, don't they? As I understand it, but I could be wrong. We'll have to ask the maker. This is a chalk-bound codex. The written portion consists of a one-page guide entitled The Future of Dipped Spice, authored by Esme Mulespot. It concerns the hamlet Dipped Spice. The writing is reasonably serious. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. Why are we getting all these travel guides? Travel guides suck. I don't want to know about travel guides. A basalt-bound codex. This is a basalt-bound codex. It is encircled with bands of cheetah bone. This object is adorned with hanging rings of well-crafted sheep bone and menaces with spikes of native silver. The written portion consists of a one-page guide entitled Diemeat, My Love, authored by Eno Lakesquield. It concerns the town, Diemeat. The writing drives forward relentlessly. Overall, the prose is passable. Meh, I'm not buying travel guides. We don't have a library yet, and I'm not going to found my library on fucking travel guides. Tedious bullshit, that's what I say. I mean, they may be the most interesting books in the world, but I'm not interested.
Not fucking interested, mate. Thank you very much.
Should we buy some rope? Because I'm looking that we haven't really spent anywhere near what our budget is, so I may as well just go through and buy a shitload of stuff. Let's buy the obler and the spatnon. Why not? When in Rome, buy musical instruments. That's what they say, isn't it? At least that's what I heard them say. This should be everything. Are we good? Anyone else notice anything that I should really be picking up, or are we all good? Oh, well, yeah, I assumed you were joking around, Ayland, but, you know, sometimes it's worth thinking about these things. They have to touch now to mate. Well, that's interesting. I suppose theoretically human beings could mate without touching. And I'm not talking about artificial insemination. I mean, like, you could theoretically have a... and then a... You'd have to aim pretty carefully and have quite the pressure build up on it. But I feel like it's not impossible. I feel like it's not impossible. I mean, I won't be trying it. Indeed, it will be impossible for me. I've had a vasectomy, so there's no way I could actually prove the theory or not. But maybe I could work on the actual practical, physical aspects of it, and I'll report back. We'll see. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to broach that. I'm not going to say, I've got an idea, Kel. Something's going to spice up the bedroom. I think that's going to be a bad idea. You like the idea of a travel guide where the text drives forth relentlessly. We went here, then here, then here, then there, then here, then there, then here, then there. We went everywhere. I see you've been reading the horror stories regarding unisex public bathrooms. No? What horror stories? I mean, the only horror stories I can imagine are going to come from women used to going into toilets with carpet and going, why does everything smell of piss? You know, that's... I mean, not that women's toilets are always perfect, but usually, from when I've seen them, they've always been, like, much nicer than the gents. And that, kids, is how Jesus was a virgin birth. Well, there you go. That's easily explained away. No need to think it's all to do with God. Someone just did an old, well, you know, they lobbed ropes accurately, so to speak. Yeah, let's pull back quickly from the pink place and the dark place and do this trade. We need to put some spiked wooden balls on the table. But I do like putting balls on the table, so we'll do that. Let's give him 917 profit, see if he likes it. Are you sure you want to trade the selected goods? Sure. This seems fine. Extra 2 balls, why not? Although one of them was a whole... They're making nearly 4 grand profit now. That's a bit much, sir. Still, fuck it, we don't care. We're rich. Tea, there we go. Yay! Warosp seems ecstatic with the trading, which means we got a very rough deal. But never mind. Never mind. It's not the end of the world. Rough deals do not equate to the end of days. Let's quickly click here. We no longer need trader, and I would like that and that moved out of the trade depot. Wunderbar! Or, indeed, pronounced more correctly, wunderbar. Let's look at the petition, shall we? Thob Roasted Guilt. He wants to come to eradicate monsters? That's fine, Thob. You are the last person who will be approved for that purpose. Well done. Congratulations. You hit the deadline. Well done, indeed. So, what was I doing? Basically just looking at chat and wobbling on, wasn't I? Let's look a bit deeper. We've got our barracks pretty much set up. Let's see if we can put more armour stands in now. Can I... Oh, yeah... Oh, okay. Not that many of them. How about weapon racks? None. I'm pretty sure we put the orders in for weapon racks. Yeah. Oh, they just go through the orders sequentially. It's not like do one of these, go on to the next one, do one of them, go on to the next one. It's just make 20 armour stands. Ah. Shit. That's not ideal. Okay, we'll be fine. Let's go down to the dining hall and start whacking some chairs in. We must have tables by now, right? I'm going to do... one... Yeah, I'm going to do a row of tables down the middle. Excuse me, nearly coughed. Apologies. Do a row of tables down here like this. Oh, no. That's not what I want to do. Shit. Okay. do it like this. There we go. Build. I'm going to put tables along the walls for now. Build table. There we go. Tables along the walls. Now this wall at least. There we go. 10 along there. And then we want chairs as well, because otherwise there's going to be issues with seating. There we go. Boom. And then we'll do a set of tables vertically along here, like that. There we go. And then we'll put chairs on those as well. Why ever not? Oh, we're out of chairs. That's why not. That should be good. It's a start, at least. Should probably put some doors on the miasma baffle and the miasma producing rooms. There we go. And start thinking about getting our miners digging out another floor. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the mouse cursor in that corner. Excuse me. I'm going to go down a floor. I'm going to press enter. I'm going to go up a floor. Get the size of the stockpile room. Aha, clever boy, eh? And then go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 floors down. Alright then, 9. There we go. Bingo. And then we go up a few floors again. Back to our template room. I'm going to designate, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make the floors, the rooms a little bit, you know what? I'm going to make it exactly the same. Sod it. Let's do it. Let's go over there. Oh, wait. Am I already? Yep. Go. Back up to the surface. Oh, what do I do next? This room here, like that. May as well just start it in that floor. It's not like they can double dig it, is it? Go. Back up to the top. Whoa, steady on there, sir. Steady on. Bang. Get down like that. Oh, I started too low there, didn't I? Or too high, rather. Back up to the surface. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's working. It's working. Go down a few floors. Don't worry, those of you who spake unto chat. I shall take a look at what you said in a moment. I'm just getting this sorted and then we're done. So that looks good down there. Bingo. Loop-a-do. Back up to the surface. There we go. And bongo. There we go. A little bit of beeping and booping there as well. That's free. You can keep that. Right, let's go back up. Oh shit, did it wrong. There to there. Right down here. Bosh. Okay, that's everything dug out nicely. Let's go back to the unpaused state. Back up to the surface and wait for some of those to get dug out. You can bump up the priority on the order. That's a good point. I could just do that, couldn't I? What's this? Like period blood smears, used tampons laying everywhere. Oh, women's toilets. Okay, yeah, okay. They can be worse, I think. You're probably right. In many places they are, but I feel like in pubs and restaurants they seem to be nicer. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe it's just me imagining a fantasy world of femininity and beauty that doesn't really exist. It's possible. It's possible. Rocks everywhere in the dining hall. Yeah, that's true. That is a bit of an issue, but you know what I'm like for getting rid of them. I've never really got to grips with the dumping stockpile thing. I think I remember how to do it, but I just never end up doing it. It's a bit silly, really. I should. Quantum stockpiles, that's what they're called. I don't think elves are big on risk assessment. Attacking dwarves with wood weapons and living in trees without constructing anything. That's true. They clearly don't do risk assessments. Those beautiful houses made out of trees. I must admit, I like the sets for the Lord of the Rings elves in the films. I quite like their place, you know? Like Rivendell looks nice and that kind of stuff. But elves, Elrond can suck my fucking cock. No, he can't. I wouldn't let him. Anyway, there we go. Let's keep looking down here. Something to do with beards. something to do with soap. Go to I zones and make a 1-tile dump stockpile. Oh, okay, you're going to walk me through this, are you? Let me go up first. Let's do this somewhere where those tiles are going to be useful, where those stones are going to be effective. Is this our... This is our current mason's workshop. You know what? Let's do it on one of these floors once they're dug out. And in fact, let's set this one to priority 1, rather than have them spend ages and ages doing all sorts of bobbins. Let's just get this one to be higher priority. Okay, do that one first. There you go. A little bit of mouse magic. It's not the most elegant way to do it, and honestly, it's not good for my RSI, but I'm doing it anyway. Because that's the kind of guy I am. An idiot. Go across there. Bingo. And then these 2 little nodules. Good. Let's get that one done then. Come on, miners. We'll make this into a mason's place. Minecraft quantum stockpiles. Oh, minecart quantum stockpiles. Well, let's not get too far ahead of me here. Minecarts are out of my realm of expertise. Literally never done them. Oh, by the way, do you like the t-shirt? Look. It's Ash from The Evil Dead with his boomstick, and it says boom instead of doom. I like it. I like it. When I went to the microscope game, a friend brought over a bag of old t-shirts and gave them to me, so I thought, wait, I'll grab them. I'll put them on. Why not? I do like a bit of a second-hand clothing bargain. I hate paying for clothes. It really winds me up. They're so expensive. It's ludicrous. Mind you, then again, you do have to think they do pay slaves penny on the hour to make them, so... Oh, no, they're not paying slaves. They're paying very poorly paid workers. That would be it. That's better. Depends on the purpose, really. Dump zones are ideal if you just want to clear a specific area quickly. Minecarts are not actually that complicated. What's the... It is a shirt. Highest quality craft... Well, I don't know. The print's good, but I've seen better. It's a nice t-shirt, though, regardless. Where were we? Ah, migrants. Great. We don't even have beds for the people who've turned up already. Where were we? Minecarts. If someone could tell me the sort of the use case for minecarts, I'd be interested. Because as far as I know, they're just for moving stuff up and down from, or across from distant production zones. But can they be used? I know they can be used as sort of shotgun setups as well. That's a very good point, Claycree. Maybe people do want dwarves named after them. I should ask. We have been going for over an hour now, so I'll probably be taking a break in a little while. And we all know how long and ridiculous my breaks can be. Excuse me. I reckon we'll lose probably at least 25% of the audience when I go on break, just because I take 10 minutes. And these days, well, patience isn't that much of a thing anymore. The hardcore hang on. But then hardcore would always hang on, wouldn't they? They're hardcore. Can we build any more armour stands yet? Let's do it. Armour stand. Oh, I was going to put people in the actual military, wasn't I? And I haven't done it yet. Yay! We got all the armour stands. No weapon racks, though. Right, well, that means let's go to the orders. Weapon rack. Increase priority. Bingo. There we go. Lovely. Now they'll start making those instead, which is good. How many beds have we got? Let's go down to the bed zone and start building some beds in. Oh, those rooms are already done. Not that one, though. Excuse me, hiccups. And a burp. What a combo. Ugh. Discomfort and flavour. Oh, we've got loads of beds. Let's start filling up the rooms. Let's do it. Let's do this thing. There we go. Maybe I'll put some doors on as well, and then we can start making actual bedrooms and giving them to people, even though we have nowhere near enough bedrooms for the dwarves who are in our fortress, let alone that migration wave that came along. I've got no idea how many people are in that. We'll check him out in a second. We'll go over to Therapist and have a little peek. There we go. Let's put some doors in. How many have we got? Show me the door counts. 7 doors. For God's sake, why are they coming out so slowly? I think we need another mason's workshop. That's what we need. And when we've got the... one more. Where did I put that last door? Over here. There we go. Good. When we've got that room dug out, I'll put 2 mason's workshops in there. I need to set more hotkeys up. Oh, it's done. Okay. Build. No, not M. Build Mason's Workshop. That reminds me, we do need... What? WM. There we go. We do need to set that military up. We've got to get on it. Granite. Mason's Workshop. Oh, God. Sorry. A little wave of coldy uncomfortability there. And then we want to put a stone stockpile in here, which forbids metal ores that they can work off of. That's a farm. That's not what we want. That's what we want. Stone. Go there. Bingo. Clicky clicky. Change settings. Stone. Metal ores. Forbid. Forbid. Do we want economic? No. We'll just have other stone. There we go. Nice. Very nice. And then what do we put in here? I was going to put like a stockpile for storing what they make, but maybe we could put another stone stockpile in here. Just we'll figure it out later. Once they've built those, I'll disable the one up on the surface, and we should be good. Okay. Hang on. Let's have a little look. I'm seeing a lot of chat going on. Bear with me. I'm just scrolling back up. Panzerbeard. Yeah, but bad if you have a dump zone atom smasher set up and all the rocks end up there. Oh yeah, you don't want to end up with stuff you want to keep smashed. I like to have a lava pit garbage dump, says Clay Cree, so micromanaging quantum stockpiles would be annoying for me. I have done magma waste disposal before. Ostap says, oh scoundrel, by the way, have there been any on-stream games of Microscope with chat participation that have occurred recently, like when you, Chunky Nut, Osmosis, me and other people were discussing a rebellion on a spaceship? There hasn't, but I do intend to play it again at some point. I really enjoy that game. It's great. We've done like 2 or 3 sessions of it in lieu of a tabletop RPG at my gaming thing with my mates. And I've been really loving it. So if that goes back to tabletop RPG, I'll probably try and satisfy my itch for a bit of Microscope in the Twitch space. An itch satisfied by Twitch. Panzerbeard says the idea for a minecart quantum stockpile. So the idea for minecart quantum stockpiles is the cart gets filled from a larger stockpile, then immediately dumped onto a single tile stockpile. It means you can get all your hundreds of rocks, wood, etc. into one square without having to dump and unforbid it. Also means you can have it dumped down a chute to get stuff down from the surface to deeper levels. Okay. Minecarts can also be used to carry magma or water too if you don't want to dick around with pump stacks or magma pistons. You could have a chute down from the main fort to the magma and have the dump zone on a floor hatch. Just pull the lever occasionally to drop it. Ah, very clever. Very clever. I make a long chute down to the magma. Not a quick task, but worth it for me. Well, that's how you get rid of your food, your waste. Minecraft fluids are more complicated. Okay. Anyway, where was I? Have they built that? Oh wait, we're going to look at the old... Uh-oh. Someone's looking for their infant. Oh, they just had a baby, that's why. That's not a problem. Okay. Excuse me. Brace your eyes, lads. We're going to the all-white screen of Dwarf Therapist again. I want to check some shit out. I want to look at my new migration wave and start, like, nominating people for military service. There we go. Your eyes... you did brace them, didn't you? I gave you fair warning. Let's go to military status. No, sorry. First, we'll sort by migration wave, and we'll look at the latest. Okay, down to the bottom. Oh my fucking god! 30. No, that was the last one. Let's read. Okay, so these are our original 7. That's the migration wave of 2. There's the next one. This is the 36er. 12 and a baby. 12 dwarves and a... Ooh, 45 kills. 45 humans. Avars, look at you. Look at you, you monster. 45 humans killed. No weapon skills, but strength 70... Strength what? 79. Agility 57. Toughness 69. And recuperation 89. And what's this? Disease resistance 100. 100 plus. I smell a... oh no, look, his name's Purple. He is a vampire. Okay. So we got a vampire. Very nice. Avers the Strangler. Oh my goodness. He does have a certain... I mean, you say you call Bloodsucker on that. I mean, obviously it's highlighted in purple, meaning it is definitely a vampire. However, I have seen, like, normally 45 is a relatively low number, because people can rack up like 45 just hunting, like just killing like small creatures and whatnot, but 45 humans definitely seems like a vampire. I feel like we need to isolate them relatively quickly, don't we? It makes sense. Do we don't want them like taking the fortress over, but it would be quite nice to have them train militarily, wouldn't it? Makes sense. Anyway, what else have we got? We've got someone here with 3 levels in Lasher and someone with 3 levels in Mace Dwarf. What about their regular labours? What have we got here? Show me what you got. Show me what you're good at. Oh, we've got a level 15 stone detailer. Maybe we should start smoothing out some walls. I feel like we want to get them on the go, don't we? It is stone detailing that's for smoothing, isn't it? I'll tell you what, immediately I'm going to disable all of their... Oh, that's the wrong thing. Hang on. Oh, no, I'm doing it all wrong. There we go. Disable all of their hauling. There we go. And we have to remember to set some stuff together. Set some smoothing going on. Okay, so now we're looking for military people. So we're going to sort by military status. We're going to keep the can activate open, close the cannot activate, get rid of the juveniles, get rid of the nobles, and the military off-duty. Stasbo, how are you military off-duty? You're... whatever, Stasbo. Right, back up to the top here. So, who are we going to put in our military? Now, first we're going to check our axe dwarves out. Sazir Bubnusomnal. What's good? What traits are good for a military leader? Claycree, yes, make them an eternal bookkeeper manager. I will, once we lose our current bookkeeper manager. Yeah, we're gonna. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draft them into their own military unit and pop them in a sealed off barracks like I normally do. That should work out. That's my plan anyway. Right, let's go back to Fortress for a second and sort our military out because, frankly, we're way behind. So we're going to create a squad. We're going to give them no uniform. The Lances of Gilding. Okay, so the first person we want to put in is Sazir Bubnosndir. Actually, tell you what, sorry, we're going back over to Therapist. Brace your eyes. Okay, so what skills have we got? Are there any particular skills that are great for a leader of a military squad, or I don't see anything particularly cool? Disease resistance, Marks Dwarf, Swimmer. Isn't there a military alt? There we go, military alt. Oh, it just shows how good people are or would be with a particular thing based on their stats. Okay, let's go back to military. We don't need those extra stats on the end. Well, I suppose we'll just make him the... Sazir can go in first because he's the one we know. So, over to the military screen. We're going to go over here. I'm going to press Q for search. I'm going to type in S-A-Z. Ah, which one is he? Sazir Bobnasonal. That's the lad. Bang! You're in the military now. Who's next? Well, the next person, I'm just alt-tabbing into therapists, so bear with me. No hammer dwarves. Do I want to put the knife users in? Not really. How about the mace dwarves? We've got one who's available. Litast. Litast Darkabuk. Okay. Let's do a Q then. L-I-T-A. There he is. Bosh. Okay, who's next? Oh, shit. Windows key tab behaves differently to alt tab. Next thing we want is to look at pikemen. No, spear dwarfs. We've got one. Shock treatment. Okay, shock treatment. You're going in. You're going in. Is it that one? Q. J-A-Q. There he is. What? He didn't go in. Yes, he did. There we go. Right. Anyone else? Have we got anyone else? We've got any swords dwarves? We do not have any swords dwarves. Okay. For 3 people in my military squad is a bit weak. So maybe I'll put the Dagger Boys in. Bomrek and Lolor. They've got some military skills, so it kind of makes sense. Let's do it. We'll put in Bomrek Etosunol. Let's have a little look for you then, lad. Qbomrek. There he is, the farmer. I hope he's not our best farmer. And then who else have we got? The last one is Lolo Zaglar. Okay, that's good. So Qllor. There he is. Tathatzuglar. Sorry, got it wrong. Okay, so we've got 5 people in our military. That's enough for now. Let's start talking about their schedule. Train. You know what? I'm going to give them every 3rd month off. So cancel. There we go. And then if we go into here, training, edit order. For minimum. There we go. And then we copy and paste and paste and paste and paste and paste and paste and paste. Okay, what else do we do? Can we edit that order again? I just realised there might be more to it. No, that's fine. Sleep in barracks at will. Inactive equals uniform. Sure. I think this is good. What does shift tab do? Swap squad/month. Oh. Don't know what that means. We'll leave it at that for now. Go back up to the barracks and we shall assign it to the Lancers of Gilding. We already have T and Z. There we go. Brilliant. Fingers crossed that will initiate an era of training. Can I put any weapon racks in there yet? That would be very nice. 1. Okay. It's not quite what I was hoping for, but it's something. That's the main thing. Excuse me. Oh, I've got to undo my trouser button. It's digging in. I would show you the red mark, but I think we've breached terms of service. What are we seeing in chat here? Sometimes it can be worth it, though vampires never starve, dehydrate, or go mad. They're better in combat and live forever even if they don't drink blood. Yeah, if we can isolate them, they'll be great. Swapping squad/month is for when you've got multiple squads and you want them to alternate shifts. Oh, okay. Okay. Liemaker has been elected. Coincidence? No, I think it's just the way things work, isn't it? Let's resume the game, keep things ticking along. Have they built that new Mason's Workshop? I'm going to disable this Mason's Workshop now. There we go, slated for removal, and he should go down to find himself a Mason's Workshop down here. Oh, that's a Craftsdorf Workshop. Wrong floor! Okay, no one's building this. He's doing it. He's getting on it. There we go, back to work. No orders in there yet. He's building that one too. Maybe I should activate another Mason. I feel like that makes good sense. Back over to Therapist. Everybody get your eyes ready. Squinty, squinty. Prepare for bright light. Bright light! Bright light! There we go. So, if I read this again, we're going to go over to labours instead of military. And we're going to sort by nothing. And we're going to make masonry our skill of sorting. We've got a level 10 lad, and that's it. So, let's sort by profession. Find ourselves a peasant. And reassign them. Oh. What's this? Mesbuth Bisolmeng, Mace Dwarf, has been missing for a week. Ah, shit, we've got to get that vampire contained. Hang on, lads. Just let me... We'll come back to that. We've got to get the vampire sealed up. In that case, let's go to the surface, and we will dig our vampire-containing barracks at a priority 1. Dig out these... Actually, we could just... No, okay, it's a bit boring. Do 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 There we go. You can keep them in with just locked doors, can't you? Or will they go through locked doors? Oh, a papermaker's given birth to a boy. It's almost like you think I give a shit. Oh, we should put a door on that pasture. Oh, okay, we don't have any doors. We got an order in for doors? No. Okay. ROCK space TRR. There we go. How many do I want? Let's go for 20, seeing as... Oh, no. There we go. Should be able to seal stuff off there. Let's get these miners digging. Another baby. Great. Yay. Fucking babies. Woo. Just what I was hoping for. That's not the case. So if you didn't notice that, I'm being a bit sarcastic. Come on, dig it out, lads. Oh, for Christ's sake. Taken by mood. Oh. Bomb-Wreck the farmer has been possessed. Interesting, but it won't give him any extra skills. Let's follow him. Make sure he claims a workshop. Okay, he's claimed a Craftsdwarf workshop, and he's off to get his stuff. Let's follow him quickly. Come on, mate. What are you getting? Presumably bones. Yep, looks like bones. Come on. Come on. Get your gear, then we'll go and sort this vampire out, because he's already had somebody. Is that a mechanism? Oh no, it's gemstones. Okay. Now he's going to get more gemstones. Okay. There's going to be lots of gems in this. Wow. Oh boy. Oh no, he's going for wood this time. That's fine. That's fine. There you go. Pop that in there, and he's begun his construction. Fantastic. We can ignore him. Have we built any doors? Not yet. Have we built any beds? Yes, we have. Let's pop that in here. Even though the vampire doesn't need to sleep, it's going to be fine. Don't panic. We also want to get him in a military unit, so let's do that straight away. Create squad. No uniform. The Oceanic Ropes. Okay, what was his name? I'm just going over to Therapist to have a quick peek. I'll find him. Where are you, my purple friend? Avaz Kogivutok. Okay, let's find him. Q Avaz. Oh no, Dwarf Fortress shows me his true name. Sorry, Dwarf Therapist shows me his true name. Avaz Cried figure. So what's he living under in the fortress? How do we find him? Oh crap. What was his surname? Coggear. Let's see if that works. Nope. Shit. Nicknames. You're very right there. Let's do that. I'll go to Therapist. Going to change his name. Actually, seeing as we're coming up on break time, does anybody want a dwarf named after them? Have a little squint. We're going over to Dwarf Therapist. Squinty squint, everybody. Protect your retinas. There you go. Now you're not blind. Anybody want the vampire named after them? First person to ask gets it. Well, I say that unless you've already got a vampire, a dwarf, in which case, wait until they're dead. Come on, for goodness sake. Have some patience. I'm not seeing anyone coming to claim them. Smelliork says, me! Oh, it's Schmelliork. Sorry, Druids Mead, you just got pipped at the post there. Schmelliork. Is it with a C or a K? It's a C. There we go. Schmelliork is now the vampire. Let's commit. Would you like a different one anyway, Druids Mead? Let's sort by has nickname. There we go. And we can remove the 14 who have nicknames. Butternut Squash, Fuzzy Logic, Guy Incognito, Shock Treatment, Cupo, Claycree, Caruso, NATO Crisjum, Panzerbeard, Perilous, Plutonium Jesus, Red Ruino, Schmelliork, and Tidy, or Tiddy, as I heard someone else pronounce it, and now I'm not sure where I stand on that. I seem to recall my dwarf in the first ever Cryptbeards was the vampire mare that died fist-bumping a night troll. That's true, Panzerbeard, I do remember that. You went boom, punched it in the hand, and exploded its hand, but killed yourself in the process, if I recall rightly. But yeah, you did have a certain amount of punch power that wasn't expected. How soon is he going to die? Well, we're not going to deliberately kill him, Macho. We're going to pop him. We're going to pop him off on the side. If you get demonetized, it's not my fault. Nah, I don't think I'm going to get demonetized. I mean, my Twitch stream is clearly marked as for mature audiences only. So, you know, if any of you do happen to be a child, sling your fucking hook or get good at pretending not to be. It's your only other option, really, isn't it? Let's have a look. I'm going to give Druid's Mead one anyway. Let's screw it down. I'm going to do a blind selection. You ready? Looking away, okay? Click. Sazir Lutazedudak. He is a weaponsmith. Ooh, hello. Interesting skills. Druid's Mead. Although I've capitalised the D, which wasn't necessary. Commit. There we go. You're in. Who has this artifact Warhammer, says Macho. Now that's an interesting question. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to have a little look for it and see. I think it tells you who's got it, right? Let's still there with the Stalker games, Ostap. I admire your tenacity. Probably will return to the Stalker series at some point. Isn't there a new game on the slate, or am I crazy? Right, vacant. We need to find... actually, I've got to go back out, haven't I? There we go. Now we can find... oh shit, who did I name it after? Schmeliork. For fuck's sake, it's not coming up! I did do that name, didn't I? What the funky dickens? Let's find the vampire. Did I not press commit? I did. I did. Its name doesn't come up though. Alright, let's set nickname. Oh no, I can't copy and paste from there, can I? Whatever. Alright, let's try one more time. Maybe if I type in Smelly Orc, type in Orc. It was never this hard to find vampires before, was it? We figured out who they are straight away. Wagwan. Wagwan. Do we have any silver? Silver whips are real nasty. I think we have silver on the map. I just don't know exactly where it is yet. I'll have to find it. I think the hammer is on one of the monster hunters, yes. I'm reasonably confident. Let's have a little look. If I go to the military screen, you can find it. Oh, okay. Let's go into therapist. Brace your eyeballs. Here it comes. Military. And then we need to find it. It's going to be sort by military status. I'm pretty sure it's one of the people who we can't actually draft. Where is it? Can activate. Cannot activate. Here we go. Who's got hammer skill? Got mace dwarf skills, but no hammer dwarf skills. This guy's got hammer. No, that's axe. Got literally no mace dwarf skills. Right, let's look at the equipment here. Upper body, lower body, left hand, large copper shield, silver mace. Is that the one? So what about this one? Silver. No, it's not silver warhammer, isn't it? Or something warhammer. Ah, here we go. It's this guy, Dobar. Dobar is carrying the steel warhammer. Is that who you want then, Macho? Do you want that guy, Macho? Go on then, I'll give you that guy. Set nickname, Macho. Let's put the 44 in, why not? Can, so I will. There we go, Macho, you're the guy with the hammer. Although technically you're not actually a member of the fort yet, but I feel like you'll probably end up joining us, right? Whips dismember very fast. They're like, think like piano wire with a weighted bolo end. Whips have an extremely small contact area and high velocity, so the denser material, the better as far as the game is concerned. Okay. Intriguing. Well, if we can get some silver whips made, that'll be cool. Can dwarves actually make whips? I don't know if they can. Oh shit, how do we find this vampire as well? Anyway, we've named a few dwarves after people. Let's go back to the fortress. There we go. If he goes into military. I did go into military. Bear with me. Back over to therapist again. There you go. Look, military screen. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. You're talking about if your dwarf ends up going into the military. Duh, scoundrel misses the context. Right, back over here. We need to figure out which of these lads is a vampire. A vampire. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, I just checked the Discord slyly and I noticed it's Clay Cree who left the message. I'll read that later. You're here right now, so it seems a bit pointless to go and read your Discord message, which was clearly placed ages ago. Best use for silver would be warhammers. Is it the queen who's the vampire? I don't think so. We haven't got a queen, have we? Oh my god. Butternut squash. We've got 74 citizens. I tell you what, if I go and look at what they are, what their designated job is, hopefully that'll be the same. Where's my vampire? There he is, Smelly Orc. His role is lie maker. Of course, immediately made into the fucking... Okay, I'm going to sort by nothing. Sorry, I'm just mucking around in Dwarf Therapist at the moment. I will get back in there with you guys in a moment. Just going to see how many lie makers we've got in our fortress. Where are you, lie makers? Paper maker? 3 freaking paper makers have turned up. What's all that about? Surgeon, bone doctor, presser, shearer, wood burner. Lie maker. We've only got 1 lie maker. Fantastic. So, presumably, if we come down here and find the fortress's only lie maker, unless he's become the mayor. Shite. I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say the mayor is the vampire. Does anybody think this is a bad move? Job and age should narrow it down. Check the suspects for a lack of happy thoughts about food and other stuff. Okay. Surround yourself with friends and you can trust, and you will be unstoppable. Oh, sorry. Surround yourself with friends you can trust, and you will be unstoppable. Within the last season, didn't feel anything after seeing a turkey body. Yeah, dead bodies. Didn't feel anything after seeing a wild boar sow's dead body. Blissful remembering being near slugs. Ugh. Eager to be elected. Blissful after being near slugs. What the fuck is this? Slugs are disgusting. They're in fact probably worse than elves in my mind. She is the daughter of Momon Fold Cities and Rith Tomb Voices. She is a faithful worshipper of Onget the Aquamarine Fountains. Kickrost, yep, lots of worshipping. Citizen of the Old Mountain, member of Cryptbeards, former member of the Sartorially Society, member of the Wayward Coven, member of the... This seems vampire-y. There's a lot of history there. She's 150 years old, born on the 2nd of Opal in the year 900. Okay. Quick to tire, clumsy, and quite susceptible to disease. That doesn't sound very vampiric. Interesting. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, I think this is it. Okay. Sorry, I just went quiet there staring at this wall of text. I think this is it. I think this is our vampire. Ooh, my phone's vibrating. Exciting. Even if it is discrimination, screw it. Let's just do it. Check the noble section in Therapist. Okay, no problem, Tidy. Let's pop over and have a little look. Nobles. Occupation. Monster Slayer. None. Okay, can't sort them that way. Cased, that's actual species, isn't it? Job type? Agriculture, construction, dig. That's what they're currently doing, right? Let's do a read. Store item in stockpile. Hang on a minute. Occupation. Is that it? No, that's not it. I can't see the job there. Okay, we just have to sort them out one by one. We've got this guy, Aban, the... what does he do? Bookkeeper. He's quite good. Hello, Fuzzy. Where are you? I saw someone say hello, Fuzzy, but I don't see your name in chat. Was that... Did you say hello a while ago? Oh, no, there you are. Duh. Duh. Right below there. Military. That's right. It's... sorry, not labour. It's military status. There we go. Can activate. Cannot activate. Juveniles. Military. He's the mayor. He is the mayor. We could have just looked it up. For fuck's sake. Right, the mayor's going in a military squad. That's the wrong screen. The oceanic ropes. Where's the mayor? Come on, show me the mayor. Where's the mayor? Show me the mayor. I want to see the mayor. Because I've already forgotten his name, so I can't technically... There we go, Dodoc. Fake... Or is it? Is that even your real name? Lying bloodsucker. Right, we need to put a bed in there. Maybe we can put some more weapon racks down as well quickly. I was going to take a break, wasn't I? And now I've just suddenly got second wind and started off again. It's alright though. God, these weapon racks take forever. Jesus Christ. Oh, there we go. Fresh off the poker tables, won £25 in a staff tournament. Came 18th. Well done. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yes, hydration would be nice. I kind of want to make a cup of coffee, but it's 20 past 12. And I feel like that might be a bad move, because I'll still be buzzing long after I can actually stream any further. Oh shit, I've left it unpaused. They put the bed in for the barracks, that's good. So let's... Not beds, I want doors. Why aren't the doors being made? Come on. Lock doors. Right, I want to put this higher up than the armour stand. How do I push it up a level? P. Do you want it higher than the weapon racks? Yeah, they're important. Let's put it top priority. Fuck it. We want to get doors on this bad boy so we can lock him in. Does a locked door keep a vampire in? Or am I crazy? Holy shit, how long ago did he start doing that? Bomrek Etostunol Farmer has created Locust Mishos, a porcupine bone left gauntlet. One gauntlet? Come on. He offers it to Cryptbeards. A cowbone helm, steel warhammer, granite coffin. There's the one. Let's find it. Ooh, it's worth quite a bit though. This is a porcupine bone left gauntlet. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with round, brilliant cut Goshenites and decorated with porcupine bone. This object menaces with spikes of plumwood. On the item is an image of circles in red circle. The Butcher of Beaches. Wow. That's an interesting name, if I ever saw one. So we've got the two we made ourselves, but someone has brought along Heel Cackled, a large cowbone helm, which is presumably too big for a dwarf to wear. Right? It's a human-sized one, or am I cray-cray? This is a large cowbone helm. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. This object is adorned with hanging rings of one-humped camel bone and menaces with spikes of smoky quartz. Clearly being worn by a human. Well, that's fine, we can have humans in the fortress, as long as none of their pointy-eared bastard cousins turn up. Porcupine and menacing spikes, you're quite right there, Fuzzy, they do kind of go together. There's a certain amount of synergy. Synergistic. Now I want an artifact axe named the Butcher of Forests to kill elves with. Ooh, Aelin, that would be nice, but I think you may be asking too much of RNGesus. Even a million RNG Hail Marys wouldn't bring that about. You sound like Krugsmash reading that description. Well, thank you very much, Kaboom Babe. Much appreciated. And I think welcome back to the stream. Have you been here before? Or am I imagining your name? Because I feel like I'd remember that name if you'd been here before, and it's ringing a bell. He says, wiggling his finger in a weird way. What does that mean? It's ringing a bell, like this. Ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Weird. Anyway, welcome. Thanks for joining us. You've actually come in just as I'm about to go on a break, which is tragedy. Tragedy beyond knowing. But, you know, can't all be fun and moonbeams, can it? Fun and moonbeams? Fun and rainbows? Excuse me. You just found the stream. You haven't been here before. Well, that's a little bit surprising. I thought I'd seen that name before. But oh well. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. And hope you have a good time. It's possible. It may not be the case, but it is possible. I've had reports that some people do indeed enjoy this. It may be a symptom of deeper psychological issues. I'm not sure. But, well, you know, let's just take it as a good thing for now, right? Feels good. Let's make this number one priority so we can put something else on the floor below the masons. It doesn't make sense to keep having them spread miles out all over the place trying to dig out rooms at the same time. I should have made the priorities correct when I started, but, you know, that would mean I was a sensible boy, and that's not part of the scoundrel way. Right, this floor can be priority 2. There we go. This should get things done a bit more efficiently. Yes. Yes. There we go. I do like a bit of Krug Smash, actually. I just watched the end of his current fort. You know, the one in the haunted... is it Tundra? I think it's Tundra. Sort of like a very cold, haunted area with lots of zombies. It's, you know, interesting fort. I mean, it went on longer than I expected, it being a short fort and all, but I would recommend anybody who's interested in Dwarf Fortress and's got like a little while to spend watching some YouTube videos, give Krug Smash a go. He's good. He's good. And he clearly puts way more effort into his videos than I have ever put into anything in my entire life. Clearly. Very clearly. Bear with me. Just doing this thing here, and then we'll put a 6er in. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. 6. Here it comes. There we go. Look at this. This is forward thinking. This is planning. There we go. And then we'll do one more floor. If there is another floor, I can't be entirely sure. Oh, thank you very much for the follow there. Much appreciated. Just caught that out of the corner of my eye. There we go. And down another floor. Yep. This is the final priority level we can make. And you know what? I think it makes sense for me just to... Oh, there's only one more floor afterwards. There we go. Do that across there. Go down one floor. Bingo. Go up a floor. Go down a floor. Oh, dear. Sometimes you just wish for a little bit of quality of life stuff, don't you? Sometimes it just feels like Dwarf Fortress is saying, "Excuse me, do you mind if I take a dump right here? Thank you." Oh god. Right. X, there we go. And by right here, I mean like on your living room carpet. Bit of a weird metaphor, I'll admit. Probably not the strongest I've ever made, but we'll have to live with it for now. I haven't got any better ones in the bank. Right, let's catch up with chat a bit. What have we got here? People saying welcome to Kaboom. That's good. Fun and moonbeams, are you some sort of weird creature? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm the kind of weird creature that doesn't remember. If I ever wake up with muddy feet and bloody fingernails, I'll let you know. I'll tell you. Then again, I could be like something really stupid, like a weird jellyfish or something, so I just sort of make my bed wet. In which case I would wake up and think, oh no, I've pissed. Or I've sweated too much, which is more likely at the moment because I am a bit ill. You might be able to hear it in my voice, those of you who just turned up. Krug Smash is awesome, says Ayland. I hope he inspires more people to do similar long plays or let's plays. Yeah, I mean, the amount of effort he puts in, I think that's a rarefied breed. I think that, you know, a lot of people would like to do that, but it's actually, I imagine he's doing pretty substantial amount of work just to get those done. Just playing them and going back over it and doing all that editing. I mean, those are labours of love. I hope he makes good money off them. I really do. And his drawings are very good, yeah. I think that's what really makes those games. The fact that he's got those little added, you know, images and drawings. Why are all the llamas outside the fucking thing? What's going on here? See if we can put a door on there. B, D. Still no doors. I put doors at the top of the list. Oh, we needed a second mason, didn't we? For our military training. There's someone in there, that's good. Let's go and... No, you know what? I really need to take a break. It's 12:30. I've been going for 2 hours and 10 minutes and recording for 2 hours and 9 seconds. So, those of you watching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I apologise for pointing at you. I just feel like it felt right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!